Welcome everyone to another awesome episode of Wine, Hops and Road Stops. It's a program on WYLN TV that showcases great wine, awesome craft beer, and good food. And again, on location at Beer Stop in West Hazelton. And Alan, what is all this stuff in front of us?
Well, it's March, so in honor of March Madness, we're going to do a blind taste test of 16 beers. We're going to do our own beer bracket.
I like IPAs, so I'm scared now. I'm not going to pick my favorite one.
Well, this is all for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're the resident hophead, so we're going all with you. We'll taste one by one, and we'll see which one you like the best.
Great.
The criteria for what we've picked is they couldn't be barrel aged. There's no extremely limited beers, so all these beers you should be able to pick up in any good beer store. And they all have gotten a 90 or outstanding rating on your major beer tasting websites.
Great. I can't wait to dig into this. But first, some words from our sponsors, so don't go away. We'll be right back with more wine, hops, and road stops right here on WYLN. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wine, Hops, and Road Stops, the show that lets you in on all the great things about wine, craft beer, and good food. And we're on location again at the Beer Stop. We're going to be doing a blind taste test real soon of some great IPAs that you have lined up for me. I can't wait to dig into this. But first, we're going to do a little bit of beer news. There's some great things happening in the world of craft beer. And you just came back from a little vacation. I just came back from a little vacation. So this is a little bit about vacation at hotels. The first ever craft beer hotel is going to be in existence in about 2019, I believe. Beer lovers can soon spend their days surrounded by their favorite drink, as the world's first craft beer hotel is underway thanks to independent craft brewery BrewDog. BrewDog is planning to open their first beer hotel in 2019. 26-room doghouse hotel will have access to beers straight from beer taps in the room, and showers will come with those built-in fridges so guests don't ever have to go empty-handed even while taking a shower. A good shower beer, right?
Well, actually, interesting enough, it's my wife's anniversary, 20th next year. We will be in England, and a good friend of mine has good ties with BrewDog, so I will actually be staying there.
Well, you're going to have to take some pictures of the hotel, not your anniversary celebration, but pictures of the hotel and, show them on the show, right?
Absolutely.
I like that. This is exciting. This is really neat. I think all hotels should have this.
I didn't even know about it until you mentioned it, and I'm going to be there, so I'm definitely going to show up.
One more news headline. Stone Brewing is filing a lawsuit against Miller Coors. This is interesting. Miller Coors' new presentation of the Keystone Light beer can is the center of this lawsuit. Their new branding appears to shorten the name from Keystone to Stone. Now, to me, it looks like a different beer, and no one is going to confuse Keystone with anything Stone makes, really. But pretty interesting. It's just a Stone, it just says on the can.
Well, the beer companies constantly are having lawsuits with each other. One of the most famous ones is the Budweiser versus Budvar. Budvar is the original Budweiser over in Europe that's been for centuries. Budweiser, about a decade ago, sued Budvar so that they wouldn't be allowed to use the name Bud anymore, and they've since changed it to Czechvar.
I think they just like to sue each other.
Well, something to do, make the lawyers make some money.
And next up, we have a viewer question. And if you have a question for us, best way to get in touch with us, go through Facebook. Facebook.com/Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Send us a message about anything beer, wine, food related. We'll try to answer it here. The question for today is, how cold should my beer be?
Well, I think the easy answer is the cheaper you spend on beer, the colder it should be.
Okay, yeah, there you go, yeah. Really, like light lagers, your domestics should be as cold as possible, right?
Yeah, we're probably 35 degrees, just about that freezing point.
A little bit warmer for the IPAs, the stouts.
Yeah. The great way to do stouts is if you have a wine cooler at your house, if you're into wines as well, put your stouts in the wine cooler. That keeps it around like 55 degrees, which is a really nice temperature for stouts. Brings out different flavors in, a little bit heavier tones.
So I got a little list here. I'll run through it real quick. Light lagers, the domestics, your Bud, your Coors, your Miller. That should be ice cold, 35 degrees to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. A little bit warmer, 41 to 45. The blonde ales, German Pilsners, still kind of, still cold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chilled American Pale Ales, lagers, porters. It's about 45 to 50 degrees. 51 to 55. IPAs, double IPAs, Belgian ales. And then just, 56 to 60 degrees, barley wines, imperial stouts, strong ales. But really, it's all about personal taste, right?
Absolutely.
And some people like a really, really cold Guinness. Some people like it at room temperature,
Yeah.
So you talked about a little bit about your European connection. Your wife is from England.
Right.
So when you go over there, how do they drink their beer? Is it as warm as people say it is?
It used to be. I mean, 20 years ago, they definitely drank beers much warmer. Now today, everybody's drinking, it's the Coors Lights of the world, Miller Lights of the world. They're drinking that over there as well, although it's an import, believe it or not. So they are drinking beers a little bit colder there now, but they still do, particularly in your English pubs, your stouts, your pale ales, your heavier beers, they are still drinking them probably around 50 degrees.
I'm fine with that. I like beer a little bit warmer. I don't like it really, really cold. To me, especially like the IPAs that I drink and the double IPAs that I drink, it seems that if it's colder, there's less flavor. There's less taste to it.
Yeah, a little bit warmer brings out a little bit different tones, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more complexity to the beer.
It releases it because, if you get it too cold, there's nothing to it. Am I right by saying that?
I would say that, yes. We'll go with that.
It's all up to you, though. However you want to drink your beer is fine. And however you want to drink your beer is fine. You want to drink it out of a red Solo cup, I don't care either, right?
If you must.
If you must. We'll get into glassware some other episode, right?
Yeah.
But after the break, we are going to do some blind taste testing right after the words from our sponsors. So don't go away. There's more wine, hops, and road stops right when we come back in about a minute or so to sample all of this. We'll be right back. Before we get to the best IPA at the Beer Stop Challenge, we need to get to this episode's Road Stop. And this episode's Road Stop is a Road Stop hack for anyone who finds themselves with cold, leftover pizza. Picture this, it's Friday night, and you and some friends and family are enjoying some great pizza from one of our many awesome pizza joints in the area. Well, after pounding down a few slices of delicious pizza, you tap out, you're done, you're ready to explode. But there's just so much more pizza to consume. So like a good citizen, you toss the leftovers in the fridge for a great snack either later that night or the next day. So what is the best way to reheat your pizza? Toaster oven? Nah, it takes too long. Microwave? Absolutely not. Just follow these 4 simple steps and you'll be enjoying some great leftover pizza in no time. Step 1, place your pizza in a non-stick frying pan. Heat on low to medium for about 2 minutes. Then after 2 minutes, when the bottom is nice and crispy, place 2 drops of water into the pan, away from the pizza, and reduce the heat to low. Then put a lid on the pan and leave it to steam for 1 minute. And finally, enjoy your leftover pizza. And that's your Road Stop food hack on wine, hops, and road stops. Welcome back to Wine, Hops, and Road Stops, the show all about great wine, great craft beer, and great food. And right now, our March bracket is all about IPAs. Blind taste test, if you will, right?
Yep. We have IPAs, double IPAs, and a couple of triple IPAs.
Okay.
We're going to go one by one, see how you do.
Okay, well.
IBUs for the whole scale is going to be around 47 as a low and about 112 as a high.
Well, that's delicious. You're going to hear that a lot, aren't you?
Well, they're all rated 90 or outstanding and higher. So these are all the best of the best.
This one has more alcohol. I'll tell you that right now.
That may be, but which one do you prefer then?
This one.
One with more alcohol. All right, that one gets moved forward.
All right.
Then we'll do the next two. And the one we X'd out was
crawling out of here.
Great Lakes Brewing Hot Madness Double IPA.
Oh.
And
that one lost.
That one comes into us at about 9% alcohol.
That one has a little bit more of a citrus taste to it. They're real similar, but I'm going to go with this one.
This one, all right.
And the one that was eliminated was?
Yards IPA.
Oh, I eliminated Yards. My buddy from Philly. Sorry, guys.
Well, the Arge is one of the more on the lower IBU scale. That comes in around 6.62 and 6% alcohol.
And anyone who knows me knows I like a lot of hops. That's pretty good. It's a tough one. I'm gonna go with this one.
All right.
I like that one better.
So that one's going to get moved forward.
And which one got eliminated?
Ballast Point Sculpulin,
Oh,
which is
surprising.
Yeah.
I like that one, but I like the other one better,
Yeah.
I guess.
Ballast Point is 70 IBU and 7% alcohol.
This one has a nice gold color to it. This one? It's getting rough. It's getting tough. I'm gonna go with this one.
All right.
That's the one that's eliminated.
Dogfish 60 was eliminated.
Oh no!
Oh, one of the
Sam's gonna have my head.
One of the staples.
Yeah, one of my first loves. Sorry.
It's tough because once again, these are the best of the best that's readily available. So there isn't a bad beer among the bunch.
There isn't. We're gonna go with this one.
All right. And Alpine Pure Hoppiness.
I've never even had that one. It's pretty good though, but
It's
the other one was better.
70 IBUs and 8%.
Okay, here we go.
I'm starting to get thirsty now, so. Such a nice beer.
This one has a little bit more of a kick to it. We're gonna go with that one.
I'm gonna go with this one. All right. First bracket's almost done. And Wicked Weeds Pernicious IPA.
We did a Wicked Weed before, didn't we? Last episode,
I think we did one of their Cocos, or no, their Lunatic Blonde. We did that in the last one. I haven't actually
That
had
was
this
good.
one. Oh, that's nice. And the Pernicious comes in at 70 IBUs as well.
All right, we're going with this one.
Going with that one. All right. And last one in the first bracket.
Okay. We'll take a break after this, and I'll catch my breath, clean the palate, and we'll do the next bracket.
Racer 5 Bear Republic, which is one of my personal favorites. That comes in at 7.5% alcohol and 75 IBUs.
Now this one has a nice grapefruit taste to it. It's a little bit hazier too. Just because it's so different than this one. They're both very different. We're gonna go with this one.
Yeah, sometimes it's not so much that it's better, but it's just a little bit different than all the other ones that you've been tasting.
So I eliminated.
Trogs Perpetual IPA.
I'm sorry, Trogs.
Wow.
Wow, but
That comes in at 7.5% alcohol and 85 IBUs.
whatever you're up against, that's why.
Yep.
Because this had more of a normal IPA taste. This one here,
A little something different.
right? It's
Yeah.
this one here is a
It
little
almost
hazy.
looks like a Hefeweizen.
Yeah, and it was a little different. Because honestly, I'm kind of numb now from all the IPAs. So I'm gonna cleanse my palate. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back after this. Don't go away. Here's some fun facts about wine you may not know. Due to a natural chemical balance, grapes ferment without the addition of sugars, acids, enzymes, water, or other nutrients. The dark green wine bottle was an English invention. It was the work of Sir Kenelm Digby. Previously, wine was kept in goatskin bags. President Lincoln had an actual liquor license purchased for $7. He and his partner William F. Berry were permitted to sell 1 pint of wine or French brandy for 25 cents each. Round 2 of the blind taste test of all the best IPAs that Alan has. I had to cleanse my palate with some water, and I think if you do this at home, you should do the same thing after, a couple drinks, because tongue gets a little numb.
And they do tend to blend into each other, particularly when you're using all the same styles.
Right.
It's nice if you're doing a sampling at home, don't just do one style, break it up with a whole bunch of different ones, so that way it's a little bit different on your palate.
This one's very familiar. I picked that one.
Okay.
I think I actually know what that one is. I may not, but that one, the darker one was good. So what did I eliminate there?
We eliminated Boulevard's IPA.
You're good,
The Calling.
but you're not that good. This one.
This one, all right. So that one gets moved forward, this one leans back. And we eliminated Dirt Wolf.
Oh, it's another one I like.
That's another fan
the weird
favorite.
thing is the ones that I eliminated are usually my go-to beers when I need an IPA to drink.
And also the Dirt Wolf comes in at 93 IBUs. So that is a higher IBU, one of the higher IBUs that we have.
These two are real similar. I'm gonna go with this one.
All right. 21st Amendment, Brew Free or Die, which is another nice one. That one comes in at 70 IBUs.
I really like this hazy one. Hazy one's gonna go.
Okay.
That's gonna go forward. I like that one
All
a lot.
right, hazy one goes forward. And we eliminated Lagunitas IPA, which is the lowest IBA, 47.
I do like Lagunitas. This is like one of my go-to summer beers, these guys right here.
That's probably because it's low IBUs, so it's easier to drink in the summertime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And my brother Chris's little tiki bar. And now, the final four. Okay. This one here is the darkest one out of all of them. This one is probably the highest alcohol out of all of them. Has a great flavor. I want to say it's Dogfish 90. That's all I'm going to say. I think that's,
Okay.
or it's some kind of Imperial IPA. But that one, I mean, I'll take a sip of this one anyway. But that one moves forward.
All right.
Yeah.
The Maharaja Imperial IPA from Avery.
Oh.
And let's see, where's that one on the list here? That one comes in at 10.2% alcohol and 102 IBUs.
We can really taste the hoppiness in that beer.
I think this is even one of the top 100 of the world on Beer Advocate.
Oh, how about that? And I eliminated them. This one's really good. This one, the hazy one, that's what we're gonna call it, the hazy beer. I like that one better.
This one's going forward?
Yeah.
Isn't it? All right.
Forward. Sorry, hazy beer. Voodoo Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger Juicy Hazy IPA.
Yeah, all right, how about that?
So it is what it says.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break before we check out the final two, and we're going to look at the bracket as a whole. A lot of stiff competition here, but I like my IPAs hoppy. The hoppier, the better. And it kind of reflects on what I picked one after another was usually the hoppier of the beers. Now, truthfully, at the end of round one, my tongue was numb. I couldn't really taste the difference between Perpetual, Lagunitas, Racer 5. They all sort of taste the same. So, again, if you're going to do this, cleanse your palate every so often with some water, maybe even some crackers. Cleanse it totally before you try another beer. Things that surprised me, Dirt Wolf, 60 Minute, Lagunitas, Perpetual. They're my go-to beers. Love them all. Not like any of these beers are bad. They are, in fact, the top of the IPA world. Yes, some of my decisions even surprised me. Well, now we're down to the final two. And let me tell you, it was a tough decision. This was a tough thing to do. I can't wait to do it again.
All right, here we go. The last two for your favorite IPA.
I know which one I like better. It's this one, but I'm going to take a sip anyway. This is the winner.
All right, now I'll let you do one more thing. It is not Dogfish 90.
Wow.
I did not double up on any companies for any beers.
All right.
Because I didn't want to have you that preconceived notion of, I love Dogfish 90 and that should be it. You're still
I do love Dogfish 90.
You still going with that one?
This one is.
This one is the Champ Supreme.
That's the Champ.
All right, let's see who we made it to the last final. Ithaca Creeker Double IPA.
Never had it before, but I like it. Ithaca, you make a good beer.
And that comes in at 80 IBUs. And the top one is the highest alcohol, 12% alcohol.
How about that?
And 112 IBUs.
Ooh.
From my favorite brewing company, Founders Devil Dancer Tripper.
Wow, look at that. Founders, the only one. You are the winner.
So yeah, I'm curious because we're going to do the next time we do this, we're going to do the stouts, and I get to drink.
Okay.
And Founders actually breakfast stout is my favorite beer.
That is a good
and
beer.
so I'm really interested in seeing a blind test what you truly prefer. So there you have it. There's the winner.
All the IPAs I've tried today, you can find here at the Beer Stop. Come down to the Beer Stop in West Hazelton. Come see Alan, or the nice lady behind the counter who doesn't want to be on TV. And get yourself a good beer. Get yourself a really good craft beer. There's a ton of them here. Tell me about what you got in recently, Alan.
We got about 30 different beers in just this week. I can't even think of any off the top of my head, quite frankly, because I haven't drank any of them yet. So, but some of them like the Pernicious Wicked Weed, that was new. The Creeker is newer. The Voodoo Ranger is newer. And this Boulevard Calling I've never had before either. So,
If there's anything you want us to talk about here on Wine Hops and Road Stops, send us a message through Facebook, facebook.com/Wine Hops and Road Stops. Remember, you're going to post on our page, post on his page, keep it classy, and we will see you next time on Wine Hops and Road Stops. All the time we have, I think. Take care, drink, and be merry. Salute.
yeah, that one is completely different.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good, yeah.
I mean, it almost tastes like it's barrel aged because there's a lot more than
Yeah,
just hop.
you're absolutely right. There's a lot of malt in this. That's probably what it was that I got to me, because not only I like a lot of hops in my beer, there's a lot of hops in this beer.
Yep.
There's also a lot of malt. And apparently 12% alcohol.
Never hurts.
We're going for pizza after this.
Yeah, so a couple of surprises though.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was a couple.
You knocked off 60 Minute right away.
Right away I knocked off.
But then
60
again,
minutes.
it was all random. You know, it was up against Dirt Wolf. That's a tough call.
That's true. I do like
a
Dirt
tough
Wolf a
call.
lot.